Good morning and welcome to today's devotion for Wednesday, January 8th, 2020. I'm getting more used to saying that, by the way, 2020. Today we're in Daniel chapter 2 now, and our title for the devotion is The Failure of the King's Astrologers. And we're going to be reading Daniel 2, verse 12 this morning. For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. Now again, that's a very prominent verse, verse 12, but if you were to start at verse 1 and read the whole chapter, you would understand the context a little bit better about what's being said here. So let me read this one verse again though. For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. No one is safe living under the kingship of an emotionally and psychologically unstable king. Daniel and all the wise men were about to experience that fact personally. But God can even use an ungodly king's dream for his omniscient purpose. King Nebuchadnezzar's dream troubled him even though he could not remember the dream. Dreams, some experts say, are the result of random firing of neurons in the brain while we sleep. Others say they are the result of stress or anxiety. Still, others say that they are stories that our mind creates while we sleep. These experts agree that our most vivid dreams occur when we are in REM sleep. And most of them agree that the majority of the time, dreams mean absolutely nothing. However, King Nebuchadnezzar's dream did have a prophetic meaning, and one that only Daniel could interpret. The king was so troubled by the dream that he could not remember that he called all of his wise men together, the magicians, astrologers, and Chaldeans, and asked them to help him remember the dream. However, not one of them could conjure up the troubling dream. Their fate was sealed by their lack of wisdom and ability. The king ordered all wise men destroyed. When Daniel heard the news, he wisely knew what to do. He asked for a stay of execution, asked his fellow Hebrews to pray with him, and waited for God to answer their prayers. And our final thought is, the greatest men are most open to cares and troubles of mind, which disturb their repose in the night, while the sleep of the laboring man is sweet and sound. I would wager to bet that most of us, if not all of us, on a somewhat regular basis have trouble sleeping. And a lot of that is you're tossing and turning, thinking about everything that you've done today, things that you've got to do tomorrow. You're worrying about the outcomes of this decision, the outcomes of that decision. And we take upon ourselves the burdens of the world. We take upon ourselves the burdens of our own decisions, the decisions of our loved ones, and we're always trying to fix our problems. And our downtime at night, when it's quiet and we're in bed, that's when our mind starts racing and all these thoughts start going through your brain, and you start trying to solve all the world's problems at that moment. But what this is saying here is, if you work hard all day and you do God's will, if you do what you're supposed to do throughout the day, the Lord will take care of the rest. If you do your part, if you just do the simple things that God asks you to do, when troubles come up, because remember they will, as a Christian, troubles will come up. When those troubles come up, if you could just have the faith to place it in the Lord's hands, He wants to take that burden off your shoulders. He wants you to put your faith and trust in Him. He doesn't want to see how strong you are. He doesn't want to see how much you can carry on your own without help. God is most impressed with those that humble themselves and directly take their troubles, and instead of putting them on their shoulders, they immediately pass them over to the Lord and say, Lord, please help me take care of this. That's what the Lord wants to see. He wants to see your faith in Him. He doesn't care how strong you are. He doesn't care how many problems you can, or how many burdens you can carry in your mind and on your heart. That doesn't impress Him. You take the strongest man in the world, How is that going to impress the creator of the entire universe? It's not. God's more concerned in your faith with him, not in your strength of your own. So remember that as you go throughout the rest of the day today, as troubles start to come onto you and burdens start to weigh heavy on your heart, give them to God. And then move on so you can continue doing what the Lord has you to do each day. Let him handle the tough stuff. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate every one of you for joining me in the devotion. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and we'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.